Hi everyone, this is a short video explanation of the completion of Module A Context for Teaching during Year 2 induction. As you click on this area, you will see a very short couple of sentences and then each of the documents. You may notice that some are here and some are missing, so let's take a look. If you click on Module A rubric, you will see a document that looks like the one before you right now, Module A, Context for Teaching and Learning, Form A. The only portion that you will need to complete is your name, circle, highlight who your support provider is, your school site, and the subject you teach. And that direction is given to you right here. The purpose is outlined here, but here's really what this document is about. The individuals who review your work for Module A will be reviewing with these expectations in mind. For example, on the class profile, being able to identify class demographics, demonstrating knowledge of student backgrounds, etc. So for A1 class profile year 2, we do accept printouts from Data Director or any other system that you may want to use. It needs to show some use of that, such as highlighting in one color for EL Level 1s, something that shows that you have interacted with those student demographics and are putting them to use. This will be filled out, it'll be accepted, or we will ask you to resubmit. We need more information. Very important point, the class profile is for one of your classes. It may or may not be the focus class you use for your inquiry. You may not know that yet. If you suspect, for example, your sheltered class will be likely what you will use for your first inquiry, then it would probably save you time to use that as the class for their class profile. Next down is classroom layout. I won't read through all of these, but we'll take a look at that in just a second. That will be accepted or resubmitted. School district information you will not need to complete, and you'll see how we deal with that in just a second. Homeschool communication, site orientation checklist, and then down to community map. And these are the conversation guides where you will have a conversation with your support provider on these different topics, and there are documents that go with that. So you will need to submit this along with the work that you do for Module A. We will then use this to communicate back to you what's been completed and what needs a little bit more work. Here we have a class profile document, and it is exactly like last year. Notice what's highlighted. If your district school provides this information in another format, make a copy and attach it to A1. When we get down to one particular point, I want to point out to you, students with medical conditions, students with individualized educational plans. We want to identify the students with IEPs, but we really need to know what's in the IEP. If you have a copy of that, whether it's a summary document or a full document, please include that. The summary document is just fine. Or if you have the information and you can fill out these blocks and that's better for you, that's fine too. We need to know what are the considerations that you as a teacher need to take into account with students with an IEP. And that's the end of A1. Classroom layout, A2. Notice there's a section highlighted. Draw, insert a photo, or attach a layout of your classroom. Please remember to include a rationale for the layout. You can take a picture of your classroom so that anyone can see, oh, this is the space, the size, and how the teacher has chosen to arrange it. If we continue down here, you'll see rationale. This is where we want to perhaps go back to that class data, class profile. Where are the special ed students sitting? Where are the L1s sitting, the students who are CELT level L1? Why is it a semicircle? You've made decisions, so please just share a bit of that rationale with us. And that's it for A2. You will immediately notice that we've gone from A2 classroom layout to homeschool communication A4. This is because if you're in the same, at the same site in the same district, there's really no need to repeat that information unless there was something missing from last year. We're going straight to the communication log. Notice what's highlighted. If you already have a system that documents homeschool communication, please insert that documentation here. Here's the purpose of this. This is to show how you keep track of interactions with parents, interactions with students, interactions with administration. How do you keep track of the interventions or communications that have taken place regarding particular students? This could be a software program, whatever you can attach that shows how you monitor and communicate with individuals is what we're looking for. So you're welcome to use this form or something else. Just please upload what you use. Year 2 conversation guides. You'll see this one is labeled E3.1. These are questions based on the data that you collected during Module A. This is a true conversation between you and your support provider, and either you or your support provider keep notes, bullets about what you talked about, some of the ideas that you put forth, and that is found here in Summary of Conversation. Your support provider will help you with this. Ultimately, you will need to review and upload these documents. There's another one for E3.5 Pedagogy, one of our induction standards. Another one is E3.6 Equity for All Students, E3.6A English Learners, and E3.6B Special Populations. These last 4 conversation guides tie directly to the induction standards. When we look back on the timeline that you have seen before, you'll notice here, September 10th, Final Docs Module A uploaded. Fact verification, that's the rubric, through the conversation guides. Video explains the portions that Year 2 teachers must complete. That's this video. It is due on the 10th of September. A statement of concern must be sent by your support provider on September 13th if we don't receive those. Please make sure you ask for any support you need because we're here to help you. Thank you.